What if I told you the internet just changed forever? Google wants to charge you $250 a month to access the future of AI. Tesla's robotaxis are finally here, but they can't even handle intersections. And Microsoft? They're literally trying to rewrite how you use the internet from the ground up while no one is watching. In this episode, we're diving deep into 3 stories that could reshape everything. Google's all-out assault on search as we know it. Tesla's cautious rollout of a driverless future. And Microsoft's bold vision for an AI-powered, agent-driven internet. The AI revolution isn't coming, it's already here. And the decisions being made this week could determine who controls the next decade. Let's get into it. Google just fired a $250 warning shot, and it hit everyone. At I/O 2025, the company unleashed a storm of AI announcements. But one move stood out like a lightning bolt: the launch of Google AI Ultra, a premium $249.999 month subscription tier aimed squarely at power users, enterprise pros, and the future of work. This isn't just an upgrade, it's a line in the sand. With AI Ultra, Google is repositioning itself as the command center of the AI era, not just competing with OpenAI or Anthropic, but outmaneuvering them. And they're not shy about charging for it. While the subscription launches with a $124.99 intro price, the full monthly cost puts it in a class of its own, 10 times what users pay for ChatGPT+. So what do you get for $250,000 a month? A lot. Access to VO3, Google's high-end video generation model. 30 terabytes of cloud storage. VIP treatment for new features, including Agent Mode, a game-changing automation layer that works across Search, Chrome, and the Gemini app, allowing you to offload repetitive tasks to AI agents that behave more like virtual employees than simple assistants. This isn't about smarter search. It's about outsourcing your workflow to an AI-powered ecosystem, one only available to those who pay for the front row. But it's not just high-end users who got an upgrade. In what may be the most disruptive move of all, Google dropped a bomb on traditional search. AI Mode is now live as a dedicated tab for all users in the US. No subscription, no waitlist. Here's how it works. Instead of giving you 10 blue links and sending you off to find the answer yourself, AI Mode reads the internet for you. It synthesizes information across sources, generates rich summaries, and lets you ask follow-up questions without starting a new search. It's conversational, context-aware, and always ready to go deeper. But it's not just informational. You can now shop directly inside AI Mode with real-time product recommendations, prices, reviews, and purchase options displayed inline, turning search into a personalized marketplace. And that's just the beginning. Features like deep search and real-time report generation are already rolling out. These go far beyond simple summaries. They allow users to generate on-the-fly comparisons, filter through conflicting data, and even export structured insights in document-ready formats. AI Mode isn't just faster, it's becoming smarter than the user. This is no longer Google Search. This is Google as your agent. And for the open internet, that's a major threat. Because if Google becomes both the source and the destination, if you never have to leave the results page, what happens to publishers, blogs, small businesses, and anyone who relied on search traffic to survive? That's the existential question. And in the next section, we'll break down what this shift means for the rest of the web, and why some are calling it the death of the open search economy. When Google flipped the switch on AI Mode, it didn't just upgrade search, it quietly rewrote the rules of the internet. For over 2 decades, the web has been fueled by a simple exchange. Creators publish content, Google indexes it, and in return, traffic flows back to those sites. That traffic feeds ad revenue, subscriptions, product sales, and the overall health of the open web. But now, AI Mode answers your question without sending you anywhere. It pulls content from third-party sources, summarizes it, and presents it directly inside Google's interface, complete with citations, sure, but stripped of the need to click. The experience is so seamless, so helpful, that it erases the user's motivation to visit the original source. And that's a problem, because if users don't click, websites don't get traffic. If there's no traffic, there's no monetization. And if there's no monetization, what's the incentive to create high-quality content in the first place? Publishers are already sounding the alarm. News outlets, recipe sites, independent bloggers, even e-commerce stores, they're watching their visibility shrink as Google's AI becomes the new destination. What used to be a partnership is starting to feel like extraction. In a way, it's Google versus the web it helped build. And this isn't just theory, it's happening now. Tests with AI mode in search show a dramatic drop in outbound link clicks. One early report suggested that in certain queries, 90% of users never leave Google's page when AI mode is active. The AI gives them what they need, and that's the end of the journey. This has massive implications for everyone from affiliate marketers to online educators. Even tech companies are rethinking their SEO strategies, unsure how to rank in a world where ranking doesn't matter, because the AI already knows the answer. Some compare this moment to when social media began throttling organic reach. First, you build your presence. Then the platform changes the rules. Now Google is doing it at the infrastructure level. And yet few outside the tech world are paying attention. To the average user, AI mode feels like magic. You get better answers, faster, with less effort. But behind that magic is a dramatic shift in power. From the distributed, creator-led web to a centralized AI layer controlled by the gatekeeper. Google isn't killing the open web maliciously, but make no mistake, the more helpful AI mode becomes, the less useful your favorite websites will seem. And over time, many of those websites may simply stop existing. So what happens next? Let's turn to Tesla and a robotaxi rollout that says a lot about the current limits of AI in the real world. Tesla's long-awaited robotaxi revolution is finally here, sort of. In June 2025, the company will officially launch its first autonomous ride-hailing service in Austin, Texas. But what was once hyped as a sci-fi leap into the future is now rolling out with surprising caution and a long list of limitations. Elon Musk has long promised a fleet of fully self-driving Teslas dominating city streets. But this initial rollout will begin with just 10 vehicles, operating in a highly geofenced area, limited only to what the company is calling the safest parts of Austin. These robotaxis will follow carefully curated routes, avoiding high-traffic intersections and complex road scenarios altogether. Yes, you heard that right, Tesla's robotaxis won't take intersections. Instead, they'll reroute around them, because the company's self-driving software still isn't confident enough to consistently handle cross-traffic, pedestrians, or signal variability in real-world environments. It's a clear sign that despite years of development and bold promises, Tesla's full self-driving system is still far from truly autonomous. Even more telling, the vehicles will operate without human drivers on board, but they won't be completely unsupervised. Tesla plans to staff remote teleoperators who can monitor trips in real time and intervene if needed. These safety drivers in the cloud are a silent admission that full autonomy is still not reliable enough to stand alone. But this isn't just a trial, it's a strategic test. If the initial rollout goes smoothly, Tesla plans to scale the fleet to over 1,000 vehicles in Austin over the coming months, with expansion planned for other cities like San Francisco and Los Angeles. And behind the scenes, the company is working on a custom-built autonomous vehicle called the Cybercab, expected to debut before 2027. This sleek, steering wheel-free, pedal-less ride is designed purely for AI-driven ride-hailing and will be the face of Tesla's robotaxi brand. Still, not everyone is on board. The U.S. National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, NHTSA, is keeping a close eye on Tesla's rollout. Regulators have submitted formal inquiries about how Tesla's full self-driving software handles low visibility, unpredictable environments, and emergency scenarios, especially given the company's controversial decision to rely solely on cameras with no radar or LiDAR. For now, Tesla's Austin experiment is a carefully choreographed first step, one that could either set the stage for the future of urban mobility or expose the limits of a still-evolving technology. But while Tesla inches toward real-world autonomy, another tech giant is laying the groundwork for something even bigger. A complete rewrite of how the web works, with AI agents, natural language interfaces, and a new open standard that could shift the entire internet economy. That story begins with Microsoft and their bold new vision for the open agentic web. While Google and Tesla made headlines with flashy consumer-facing AI, Microsoft is quietly laying the groundwork for something far more foundational, a complete reimagining of how the internet works. At Build 2025, Satya Nadella didn't just pitch new features, he introduced an entirely new internet architecture, the open agentic web. The idea is radical. Instead of relying on static websites, drop-down menus, and siloed applications, Microsoft envisions a web where AI agents interact on your behalf, navigating apps, retrieving data, completing tasks, and even negotiating outcomes across platforms. In short, the internet becomes a place where you don't browse, it works for you. So how does it work? It starts with a new open standard called NL-Web, short for Natural Language Web. This protocol allows websites to be built from the ground up with AI-native interfaces. Instead of hunting through tabs, users can speak to a site like they would a person. Ask for what you need, and the site responds intelligently. But this isn't just another chatbot wrapper. Behind the scenes, Microsoft is building a powerful layer of interoperability called the Model Context Protocol, MCP. This framework lets AI agents understand context across different apps, tools, and websites, so your interactions remain fluid even as you move from one service to another. Example: imagine planning a business trip. Your agent books your flight on Expedia, checks your calendar in Outlook, coordinates hotel loyalty points, and pulls local weather, all without you switching tabs. That's the agentic web in action. To make this real, Microsoft is upgrading its existing Copilot tools across the stack. GitHub Copilot has evolved from code completion to full task automation. At Build, Microsoft showed how developers can now describe a feature in plain English, and the Copilot agent writes, tests, and integrates it. Windows Copilot now acts as a desktop-level assistant capable of making system-wide changes based on natural language commands. And perhaps most impressively, Microsoft announced the Discovery Platform, which uses agents to accelerate scientific research, analyzing massive datasets and generating hypotheses without human guidance. The goal? A web where every app, every tool, every site is AI-compatible and every user has a personal agent to navigate it. It's a future that threatens the dominance of centralized AI apps like ChatGPT and Gemini. Because if Microsoft succeeds, you won't need to visit a chatbot at all. The entire web will become the chatbot. And here's what's key: it's open. Microsoft isn't trying to lock developers into a walled garden. With NL-Web and MCP, they're pushing for shared protocols, decentralized agent infrastructure, and developer-friendly tooling that invites everyone into the ecosystem. In a world of subscription wars and closed systems, that might be the boldest move of all. So while Google builds a smarter search box and Tesla trains cars to dodge intersections, Microsoft is rebuilding the entire operating system of the internet from the ground up. And if they pull it off, we won't be using the web the same way ever again. From Google's $250 push to own the future of AI, to Tesla's cautious first steps into the robotaxi era, to Microsoft's quiet dismantling of the modern web as we know it, this week has shown us that the AI race is no longer about who builds the smartest model. It's about who shapes the infrastructure of the future. Google is monetizing the AI interface. Tesla is testing the physical world with vision-first autonomy. And Microsoft? They're betting on agents, not apps, as the default mode of interaction online. 3 companies, 3 different frontiers. But one clear message: the platforms we use today are already being replaced by systems that think, act, and adapt on our behalf. Whether you're a developer, a business owner, or just an everyday user, this isn't tech speculation. This is the new normal unfolding in real time. The only question is, will you adapt with it or be left behind? This is AINN. See you in the future.